EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's Week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Salt Lake City Flyers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you take a look at this Buccaneer ball club. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors, Salt Lake City, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Two teams each hoping to get back to 500, and we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And leading him out, their veteran quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. Here's the 2nd and 7. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. That one a first down pickup of 8. Up the middle they go. It's Harper. The numbers for him from a week ago. 13 carries, 56 yards.
Brandon, we both know plenty about this game, but you don't have to be an expert to figure out that they're going to lean heavily on their ground game to try and win this week. He sits number 5 in the league so far in rushing, and when they've had success on that side of the ball, he's been at the center of it. If they want to win in this one, he's going to have to play like that and help drive them down the field.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year of the NFL now.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stand an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
A CD, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
We need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So they bring out their punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Great coverage there, holds him to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
On play action, they'll throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Here's a give up the middle. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throws right side, and that's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
Back to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 28. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They run a draw here on second down. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
And the box with an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. They'll drop to throw. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Harper. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. 2nd and 9 now. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks, getting the yard up to the 42. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move, as that gives him a first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup there. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So that one a long 11-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Harper.
And he'll get about 3 up past the 25. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete.
And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And right side, they're going to go option here. He'll wind up getting 3 on the keeper there, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Back to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Back to throw here. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. "35 yards that time on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe give him a couple easy throws that he can complete and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, it's still in the first half here. A long way to go.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Second and 11. He finds his man. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And it's caught. Touchdown. From 6 yards away.
And the Flyers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one fielded at the 5.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
He's taken out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And he fires one that's intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Intercepted.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game plan for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air. That's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the second quarter. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second and 5. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. And a pretty little juke move there, but not a ton to show for it afterwards as he's brought down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Flyers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
Extra point right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. we'll start our tour in the entertainment capital of the world, Las Vegas, Nevada. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
One thing I know for sure, the standard speech is to treat the game like it's tied. But when you have an advantage, they also tell you, make sure you don't get your foot off the gas. Message received.
And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Room here to run. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 59 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. Ball on the 8, it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Flyers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game, throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air. And that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Buccaneers, nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. The CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Salt Lake City's offense back onto the field. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. 113 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. He's at the 50. The 30. The 20. 10. 5. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of it from down.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble. And you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Complete to number 5. It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They brought in a heavy set on third down. That usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation. And sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Unnecessary running.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the right hash, this a 31-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
I got to think at this point, 3rd quarter, if you're able to hold on to the ball, get 3 at the end, that's all you're looking for.
I would agree with that because right now, this is a job well done by them. In fact, it's almost time for handshakes, a little dap on the sidelines, maybe even starting to discuss post-game plans. And for the guys who haven't played yet, go ahead and get loose. Your time is now.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league,
a beautiful spin and room to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. And this offense on 3rd down today, it's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On 1st down, Harper. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and as a result, possession switches hands. Now they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch is taken here a step or 2 inside the 45-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return. So out come the Bucs now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the 20.
Back to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harper. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
To me, this is a case of if you're not getting the ball, you've got to do your job and block for the guy who is, because there really wasn't much there. And, boy, the defense took advantage with that loss.
And the defense, they were just locked in there on 3rd. They had more guys than they could block. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead, and it's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them play it straight, do all the right things. But these guys are going to be freewheeling now. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Extra point attempt to come here. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception. navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he returns this to the 22.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them to allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off.
Delay of game, offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Still second down.
On second down, they'll run it here. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry.
Down to about the 32.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for our visitors, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And another road date awaits them next week as their opponents will be the Los Angeles Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.